Hey, Crystal here. We are making the Emma, which is a slouchy hat in women's size. We're going to use 250 yards of City Tweed DK yarn, or comparable number 3 lightweight yarn. You'll need 3 colors: 72 yards of Harbor Seal, which is the gray, 79 yards of Primrose, which is the pink, and 99 yards of Snowbank, which is the white. We'll start with a 4mm hook for the ribbing and move on to a 5mm hook for the hat body. Using the smaller 4mm crochet hook, start with a slip knot, chain 11 for the ribbing. Now single crochet in the second chain from your hook. I work under the back loop on this first row, single crochet in each chain across. Okay, at the end of the row, it's time to turn your work. Then we'll chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. Now we're going to work into the back loop, making a single crochet under each back loop across the row. Now you'll keep repeating that one row. Chain 1, single crochet in the back loop of each stitch across, and turn. Keep repeating until your ribbing is 17 to 19 inches long. Here I've completed 88 rows of ribbing. This size ribbing will stretch to fit most adult size heads. So the band will stretch to fit head circumferences of 21 to 23 inches. Now fold your ribbing in half and slip stitch the short ends together. I'll chain 1 here just to give me some room, and you can do this 2 ways: by going in through the center of the stitches and under the back loop of the first half here, and then come up under the center, under the first loop, and through the center of the stitch on the second half. Then you just yarn over and pull that through. Or you can slip stitch them together under both loops like normal. The first way will make you a stretchier join, and the second way will make a more solid join. And then you can flip your band inside out, so the side you're working on becomes the inside. Now we're going to work 88 stitches evenly around the top of our band here. Okay, so once our ribbing is slip stitched together, we are going to switch to the larger crochet hook and start working around the top of our band. I'm going to chain 1, and in the side of each row we're going to work stitches. We're going to start in this first one after our chain 1 with our stitch pattern, a single crochet, back into that same one, double crochet. Then we're going to skip the next row and work into the side of the following row. Single crochet, double crochet in the same spot. Skip this row, work into the next one. And just keep repeating that around. It's okay if your stitch count is different. but make sure you have an even stitch count. Okay, we're at the end of the round here, which means we need to join it to the first stitch we made, which was our single crochet in this first group here. So we're going to use a slip stitch to join here. And then it's going to be time to change colors. We're going to pull up a long loop and cut our yarn. Okay, so this is our color A. So now we're going to join color B, which is pink. So I'll start with the color in a slip knot on my hook. Now I'm going to join it with a single crochet. So I'll insert my hook into the first single crochet, yarn over and pull up a loop. I'm going to work over this tail. Yarn over and pull through both those loops to make my first single crochet of the row. Then I'll double crochet back into the same stitch to make my stitch pattern, and I'll have my first 2 stitches done there. Now for our stitch pattern, we're going to skip the double crochets and always work into the single crochets, placing both a single crochet and a double crochet in the same stitch. And just repeat that around for each round. When you get back around at the end, you're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet of the round. Okay, after 1 round of pink, it's time to change to color C, our gray Harbor Seal in the City Tweed DK. And you're going to work 4 rounds of gray, and it's just the 1 round repeat. Single crochet, double crochet in the same stitch, skip 1, and repeat that around for each round. After 4 rounds of gray, then it's going to be time to change to pink again for 1 round. Okay, after 1 round of pink, then you'll do 1 round of white, then 4 rounds of pink, 1 round of white, 1 round of gray, 4 rounds of white, 1 round of gray, 1 round of pink, and 4 rounds of gray. Okay, so now our hat measures almost 9 inches from the ribbing up to where we have just stopped our round repeats. So it's time to join our last color and to start our decrease rounds to close up the top of the hat. So we're working with our pink here, and I'm going to join with my single crochet slip knot, which counts as my first single crochet, then double crochet back in the same stitch. Going to repeat my stitch pattern like normal for the next 2 stitches so that I have 6 stitches total. I have a single double, single double, single double. Now in my next set, in the single crochet and double crochet, I'm going to double crochet 2 together. Now I have decreased my set from 2 stitches to 1. So now I'm going to repeat those 7 stitches. I'll do my regular stitch pattern, single and double in the same stitch, 3 times for 6 stitches, and then I'll do a double crochet 2 together in the next single double set. Once I get to the end of the round, I'll join with the slip stitch to the first stitch, and I will have 11 less stitches. To easily see them, I've marked all my double crochets 2 together with stitch markers. I'm going to start the next round like normal with a single and a double crochet in the same stitch, and I'll repeat that again in the next set, and then a 3rd time in the following set. When I get to the double crochet 2 together, I'm just going to skip it, and then I'll work a regular set into the next single crochet, a single crochet and a double crochet in the same spot, and then I will repeat that 2 more times, so we'll have 6 stitches, 3 sets of single and doubles, and then we'll skip our double crochet 2 together, and we'll repeat that all the way around, which will reduce this round by another 11 stitches. Okay, here we're at the end of the round, and I have a double crochet 2 together to skip over here, and I am going to slip stitch to my first single crochet of the next round, and then just work the following round in the same way, but this time I'm going to do a single crochet and double crochet 2 times for 4 stitches. So there was my first set, and then in the next single crochet I'm going to work the 2 stitches, and then it's going to be time to double crochet 2 together. And that will be my repeat around. Work 2 sets of the stitch pattern and then double crochet 2 together. Okay, at the end of the round we're going to slip stitch to our first single crochet of the round to join, and then we are going to start our next round of decreases, which is going to begin the same way with a single and a double in the same stitch. Skip the double crochet, work a single and a double in the next stitch, skip the double crochet, and then here we are at a double crochet 2 together, so we'll skip that as well, and then work 2 more sets of our stitch pattern and skip the double crochet 2 together when we get to it, just like we did on the first round of decreases. Okay, now we are going to start with just 2 stitches, our single and our double in the same stitch, skip our double crochet like normal, and then we're going to double crochet 2 together in the next 2 stitches, and that becomes our repeat around. Okay, I'm at the end of the round here, so I'm going to slip stitch to my first single crochet of the round. Then we're going to start with a single crochet and a double crochet back in the same stitch. Skip our double crochet and skip our double crochet 2 together, and then work a single and a double in the next single crochet stitch. Skip our double crochet and our double crochet 2 together, and just keep repeating that around this row. So work 2 stitches and skip 2. Okay, for our final round we are going to work double crochet 2 together in every stitch around. So we'll begin with that just on our first single crochet and double crochet cluster. Just skip the last stitch and slip stitch to the first single crochet. Pull up a long loop and cut your yarn. You want to leave it long enough to thread into a yarn needle and sew this hole closed, which we're going to do now. Okay, once you thread your yarn needle with the long tail, you're just going to go across the circle under the stitches, back and forth, and pull it closed as you go. You don't want to pull it overly tight, but just snug. And then once you have the hole closed, you can weave away that end and you're all finished.